Senator Rand Paul is with us, Republican from Kentucky, and the author of the new book called The Case Against Socialism. Mr. Senator, welcome to the show. Great to see you. Great book.
Thanks for having me.
Look, Senator Warren says she's a capitalist. But now, okay, what do you make of that?
Well, she certainly votes a lot like Bernie Sanders, the socialist, so I don't know how she gets to be called a capitalist, but I'm at least glad that she doesn't want to wear the label like Bernie does in AOC. It's amazing to me that anybody in our country who has read any of the history of socialism would want to be called a socialist.
And yet that's where we are, Senator. Socialism
it's kind of
has
sad.
reappeared. I can't understand it. I can hardly believe it. I thought it was dead and buried, given its performance, but no, it's back.
Right, and if you just look to Venezuela, where the socialist leader there is leading the richest country in South America to starvation and famine, and people don't get it. And then the left now says, oh, well, they're not socialists. And it's like, well, they certainly were the Socialist Party. They'd certainly nationalized most of the businesses in the industry, and it's controlled centrally, and there are price controls throughout the economy. It sounds to me like socialism, but they say, no, 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 he's just a murderer and a thug. It's like, well, yeah, he's a murderer and a thug and a socialist.
Real fast, sir, I can't believe that America would elect a socialist to the presidency. How about you?
No, I can't imagine they will, and that's why I think ultimately saner minds will prevail, even in the Democrat primary with regard to Bernie Sanders. But here's the rub. If Elizabeth Warren is for everything that Bernie Sanders is for, doesn't that make her a socialist also?
Yes, sir, it does. Your colleague, Mitt Romney, revealed that he'd got a shadow Twitter account. He was Pierre Delecto, and he used that account to criticize the president. Now, Mitt Romney is leading the charge against President Trump. Are there cracks appearing in the Republican Party?
Well, I'm going to announce this morning that I don't have a fake Twitter account. All I have is my official one, and we try to keep it interesting, but I don't know. It sounds interesting to have an alter ego, but, you know, I think that as far as impeachment goes, I haven't heard anybody yet in the Senate say they would be for it. The problem with the Democrats' impeachment move is they have done everything they're accusing Trump of doing. So Hillary Clinton was talking to a spy, a foreign spy, about the election, Christopher Steele. John Brennan, I believe, was also talking to the foreign intelligence agencies in England about spying on Trump. So it sounds like the one thing that really is going on is that there were many Democrats asking foreign countries and foreign spy agencies to investigate their opponent. How is that different than what they're accusing the president of? Yeah,
well said. Are you basically in favor of most of the policies which President Trump has put into practice?
I think the idea that we fought in the Middle East too long and that we've had unintended consequences, that we've gotten more chaos, less stability, and more terrorism because of our intervention, I agree completely with the president on that.
Mr. Senator, a real pleasure having you on the show today. Best of luck with the book. With the title again, please?
The Case Against Socialism.
Love it. Mr. Senator, thanks for being here. We'll see you again soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.